To a friendly scrimmage game between the Gators Jackson and the Jupiter Seahawks.
Now batting number 1, Kira.
Just getting together to get some reps in before tournaments this weekend. Both teams competing this weekend in different tournaments actually, but still wanting to get that work in, prepare for it. We bring first to the bat is Kira Sherman leading off for the Gators. Kira coming into this game batting .325. And takes that one for strike. And that one misses low for a ball. Brings the count now to 2 balls, 1 strike. And that one's going to get hit into right field. It's going to be, gets over the right fielder's head. Kira's going to head around 2 and head for 3. And she's going to head all the way home. And so Kira starts the game off with a inside the park home run, touching all 4 bases and putting the first run on the board for the Gators.
Up to bat, number 11, Reese.
Well, now comes to bat Reese Kennerson. Well, a great way for the Gators to start off this game. That one just a little bit low for ball 1. Nice change up there for strike 1. So that brings the count even now to 1 ball, 1 strike. That one just a little bit outside. 2-1. And that misses high for 3-1. So batter's count here for Reese. And that one gets called a strike. So that's going to bring that count full for 3-2. And that one gets fouled off to the right side, keeping the count at 3-2. And that one gets hit, foul to the right side. And Reese steps back in again with a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Gators first at bat, getting them a home run. Now Reese trying to follow up on that here. And that misses high. That's going to go to the fence. They're going to send her on to 2. There's the throw. It does not get there in time, and Reese gets on over to second base. So taking advantage there of a ball that went back to the backstop, get on over to second base, and the Gators have another runner in scoring position here, looking to put another run on the board. And coming to bat right now is going to be Kinsley Roman. Checking on the catcher here. Little timeout. Again, no rush with this game. We're going to play 6 innings. There's no time. And just putting in reps, getting the work in for the tournaments this weekend. All right, so here we go with Kinsley Roman, number 31, stepping in for the Gators. You have Reese Kennerson over there at second base. And that misses high for a ball. In the circle for Jupiter is Alia Ozendes. And her next pitch is low for ball 2. And that, I'm not sure if that was called a ball or a strike. It looked high and outside, but I saw the right hand go up. Yeah, called a strike there. All right, so 2 balls, 1 strike. A little off speed right there. Brings the count to 2-2, and on that pitch, Reese steals third base. All right, Kinsley's going to have to protect here. And that misses high. And a swinging strike 3 for Kinsley. And the Seahawks managed to record their first out at the top of the first inning.
Now to bat, number 16, Luca.
And so batting here at cleanup, we have Luca Hansberger. And she swings, half swing there, but enough to go around to get that called strike. And a swinging strike 2. And there's a ball. And that ball is high and outside. Brings the count even here at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at third there, Reese, looking for an opportunity to get across home plate. And that one gets fouled to stay at 2-2. So he's getting fouled here to the right side. And that one misses. Now to bring the count here full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. And that one gets hit to the right side. And it's handled by the second baseman. Tosses over to first to record the second out. All right, well, now coming to bat is
number 99, Kennedy.
Is Kennedy Copeland, and it happens to be her birthday. So happy birthday going out to Kennedy. Let's see what we can, what she can do here for her first at bat on her birthday, and that one gets fouled over to the right side though, and out of play. So she'll come back here on a count of 0-1. And that one gets hit over to the left side, just over the third baseman's head into left field, which gets Reese in. And for her birthday, there she is, standing at first base. Love it. All right, so up to bat now is Peyton Williamson, number 22. And pitch misses high and outside for ball 1. And that one's going to get hit over to second base. She picks it up, throws to first, and that records the third out at the top of the first inning. Well, bats are alive here. Some nice hits. Lead-off game home run. And the Gators also managed to get one additional run across and lead as the top of the first comes to a close by a score of 2-0 over the Jupiter Seahawks, who are having their first at-bats coming up. You're watching the Florida Softball Network. Well, we move now into the bottom of the first inning. And the first batter for the Jupiter Seahawks is number 99, Caitlin Pinkston. In the circle for the Gators is going to be Avalo Fitzgerald. Catching behind the plate for this inning. Can't quite see. I think it's... Yeah, that's Reese. All right, we got... And there's a nice hit over into left field. Nice hit there by Caitlin into left field for a single. And the Seahawks have their first runner on.
One opportunity. This is everything you ever wanted. One moment.
Well, now batting is number 9, Isabella Riebling. And she watches strike 1. And that one reaches the fence and allows Caitlin to move over to second base. And the changeup misses high for 2-1. And that one misses again. And an attempted steal, and she is thrown out at third base. Actually, Peyton behind the plate. Couldn't tell before. Thought it was Reese, but no, Peyton. All right, nice throw there by Peyton to get the runner at 3. And to record the first out and take all runners off of the base paths. Here's a hit over towards the shortstop. Going to get fielded and thrown over to first base to Haley. And a nice play there by Addie. So Addison held the shortstop, picking up that ground ball, throwing over to first base, Haley, and the Gators have their first out. And now at bat is going to be number 8, Alia Ozendez. Here's a changeup that is hit over to the right side. And, hits Haley's glove, but trying to make that over the shoulder catch and bounces out of the glove. So a foul ball right there. Brings the count now to no balls, 2 strikes.
Otherwise, I'm playing rocking chair.
You put my glasses back in the holder.
That just misses. Bringing the count now to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Avalo Fitzgerald in the circle. Pitches, and that gets fouled to the backstop, and the count remains 1-2. And that one gets hit hard to the right side. Well fielded there over at second base. And that's Kinsley throwing over to Haley. And the Gators get out. 3 outs right there without any runs getting crossed by the Seahawks. It's the top of the second inning, and leading off is going to be Addison Held, shortstop. And she takes the first one foul and out of play to the right side. He steps back in here with the count of no balls, 1 strike. Next pitch, again fouled off to the right side and out of play. Seeing it, but just fouling it off here. Count 0-2. And that's just outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Changeup is hit past the second baseman and into right field. And Addie's on with a single.
Now batting number 7, Haley.
Wait till I give my money.
A little meeting in the circle. Seahawks refocus after 1 batter. And now coming to bat is number 7, Haley Hirsch, playing first base in the first inning. And that misses outside for a ball. And there's a great shot into left field. And Haley's on with a single.
Now coming to bat, number 10, Avalo.
And that brings to bat now the pitcher, Avalo Fitzgerald. Runners first and second for the Gators, no outs. And that misses low. Nice block, ball gets away, runners advance. And now the Gators with 2 runners in scoring position with no outs. Nice block, though, by the catcher to keep that ball from going to the backstop. But runners taking advantage of that ball in the dirt, off and running. That one misses low. Brings the count here to 2 balls, no strikes. And that's in there for a strike. And there's a shot. Oh, a line drive to shortstop. And trying to dive back, but unsuccessfully was Addison.
Now batting, number 6,
And nothing you can do there. Boom, boom play. Nice catch there by the shortstop. Throws to 3. And just like that, the Seahawks now have 2 outs on the Gators. So now at bat, Cameron Solano. She fouls the first one back for 1 strike. Cameron batting an even .400 coming into today's game. And she hits that one just past the first base. That's going to score Haley. And going to get Cameron over to second as the ball gets past the catcher.
Now batting, number 3, Fati.
All right, well, runner and batter, they're exchanging places. Allows the Gators to get another run across. An RBI there for Cameron. And the Gators are up by a score of 3-0 with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Well, now to bat is Fatima Masri, number 3. Center fielder for the Gators. And the first one just misses outside for a ball. And again, misses low and outside for ball 2. 2-0. And that one gets called a little high there, called for a strike, right at the top of the strike zone.
Not your pitch.
All right, 2 balls, 1 strike now the count. All right, 3 balls, 1 strike the count.
Hey, let's go, kid.
And And that one is going to be a ball and in the dirt.
Now batting,
Cameron
number 1,
advances from
Kira.
second to third. And Fati now over at first base. All right, well, Gators back at the top of the lineup with Kira Sherman. Kira started off the game with an inside the park home run. And misses high for a ball. And on the pitch, Fati advances over to second. So runners now at second and third base with 2 outs. And that one gets fouled back to the backstop. Well, 2 balls, 1 strike, I believe the count here. And that one's high, but swung at and makes its way to the backstop. Oh. And she gets rung up there at the low part of the strike zone. And that's the third out here to round out the top of the second inning, but not before the Gators are able to bring a couple of runs across. As we move into the bottom of the second inning. And the score is Gators 3, Seahawks 0. All right, so we start here at the bottom of the second with Brooklyn Benavides coming up to plate. And that one misses just inside for ball 1. There's a swing and a miss. Bring the count even out 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ava Fitzgerald remaining in the circle. Catching her, Peyton Williamson. And that one is swung and fouled for strike 2. All right, Brooklyn steps back in on the count of 1 and 2. And there's strike 3. It does get dropped. Peyton throws over to first base. Haley catches that. And the Gators record their first out. All right, coming to bat now, Sophia Russo, number 45 for the Seahawks. And watches the first one sail high for ball 1. And that one's grabs the outside part of the plate to bring the count even at 1-1. That one gets fouled over to the right side. Bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one's inside to bring the count even now, 2-2.
Hi, nice to meet you. Just that their orientation is August 6th.
And a swing and a miss there for strike 3.
I know, I saw that. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, so far 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning, with the Gators ahead by a score of 3-0.
No, it's like, I'm just going to leave practice and go back out. No, you're not. Yeah. There's all these sports right there.
That's outside for a ball. At the plate right now, Kenley Lyons.
Just for like the summer.
And that one's in there for a strike.
Because she was scrimmaging my niece's team. Oh, I wasn't sure. Okay. I just saw my niece is 11. Well, she never played. When I would catch them on the evening girls,
And that one gets hit right up the middle for a single. So nice hit by Kenley there. Gets her on base with 2 outs. That brings now to bat number 36, Rain Cohen. Great hit there by Kenley to find the gap between the second baseman and second base to get that out into center field for a single. As the Seahawks try to get their first run across. And on the first pitch, delivered there by Avalo, a swinging strike 1. And that one is a strike, but dropped there by Peyton, allowing the runner to advance over to second base. And so now the Seahawks have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
yeah, she said the girl would take way more than freshman. She wished she would have taken more. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Rain Cohen looking for that RBI here. She can get a hit. Not Kenley in. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Well, the Seahawks do manage to get a runner on, but unable to get her across.
Yeah.
As we sum up this inning, it has the Gators up by a score of 3-0 over the Seahawks as we move into the third. You're watching the Florida Softball Network. All right, to the top of the third inning we go. Leading things off for the Gators is Reese Kennerson. Reese walked in her first at bat. And she watches the first one miss just outside for ball 1. Still in the circle for the Seahawks is Alia Ozendez.
Kind of like a joke.
No, we didn't have this happen, and I knew that.
And the 1-0 delivery
Mouth? I don't know. We're not
is in there to break things even at 1-1.
There's only volleyball and anything in it's volleyball and then basketball. Volleyball's first. The great thing about volleyball is they practice
And out here,
so they
get refocused.
like that's how Addison met so many.
And here comes the 1-1 pitch. And misses low and inside for ball 2.
Addison met a whole group of girls that are really good that she's still friends with. Go, Reese!
So 2 balls, 1 strike the count here. And that misses high for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. A great hit there by Reese out into center field. Gets her over to first base.
Now to bat number 31, Kinsley.
Got my fans in the stands, my team on my back, my family in my heart. I put my city on the
And now coming to bat, number 31, Kinsley Roman. And that's in there for strike 1. Next delivery is fouled back to the backstop. Bring the count now to 0-2. Kinsley going to need to protect here. 0-2. Battle back. See if she can find something to hit. Reese standing over there at first base looking for an opportunity to move. And the swing on the high pitch there for the first out for the Seahawks here in this inning.
Now to bat number 16, Luca.
All right, Luca Hansberg now coming to the plate. Luca grounded out to first base in the first inning. Hoping for a little bit of better result here, I'm sure, for her. And there's a great shot over to right field. But under it is the right fielder, and Reese heads up there, heads back so that she's not doubled off.
Number 99, Kennedy.
And now coming to bat, number 99, Kennedy Copeland, the birthday girl. And that one goes high. Going to allow Reese to advance. She's going to go to third. And she manages to get under. Nice wheels there by Reese. Gets her all the way from first over to third with 2 outs. So Reese over there at third base. We'll leave that on the screen for you. And there's a bunt. But with 2 outs, that was an easy play to make. So they grab it and grab the third out. All right, and so Seahawks get out of that inning despite a runner threatening a third base with 2 outs. They get the third out, so don't allow any additional runs to cross. And we move into the bottom of the third inning with the Gators up by a score of 3-0 here on the Florida Softball Network. Well, as we move into the bottom of the third inning, we have a change of pitcher. And now it's going to be pitching. It's going to be Kira Sherman in the circle. And a change of catcher as well with Haley Hirsch behind the dish. Well, leading off for the Seahawks is Riley Boop, number 40. first pitch misses low for ball one. All right, the next delivery here from Kira. And misses low inside for ball two. And there's a first strike delivered there by Kira. Brings the count now to 2-1. And that one is in there for strike two. A nice low pitch right there. Not much that Riley could do, but working the entire zone is Kira. And she records her first out at the bottom of the third inning. All right, so first batter up, and Kira takes care of business and puts Riley down for the first out for the Gators. And their pitch is right there for a strike. Kira throwing fire now. And the changeup misses high for 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch. Way ahead there of that pitch with that swing. He's a 1 ball, 2 strikes. Batting right now, Emerson Newberry, number 7. And that one gets fouled back to the backstop. And their count remains here 1-2. And a swinging strike 3. Kira taking care of business with 2 strikeouts on the first 2 batters here of the inning. And that one sails high. Batting right now for the Seahawks, Haley Harkness. Left-handed batter looking to slap here. And that one, swinging strike, brings the count even to 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that misses low for ball 2. All right, 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Kira comes set, delivers. And that one is foul to the left side.
Mal's playing again. Mal's on the team.
And the count 2-2.
He's running around with Bryson.
there's a swinging strike 3. So there we go. Kira taking care of all 3 batters herself, strikes all 3 batters out at the bottom of the 3rd inning. We move to the top of the 4th with the Gators up by a score of 3-0 here on the Florida Softball Network. All right, to the top of the 4th we go. Leading things off here is Peyton Williamson. Peyton steps in. And the pitch is fouled off to the right side for strike 1. We have a change in the circle, by the way, for the Seahawks. Now pitching is number 40, Riley Boop. And that one's in the outside part of the plate, called a strike.
Really? Oh my God, yeah. You got this, Peyton.
All right, 0-2 the count here. And that one is high for a ball. And that one's going to get hit to the first baseman, who grabs that ball, tags first base, and gets the first out here as she retires Peyton. Well, that brings to the bat now Peyton. And first pitch is high for a ball. Beautiful Thursday evening here in Jupiter, Florida. The sun setting over left field. And that one misses low for a ball. All right, 2 balls, no strike, the count.
Wait, where are we going? Is it the Greek place? Doing anything off of it?
Oh, and that hits her.
We're wearing it, girl. We're wearing it, girl. We're wearing it.
And Addie will trot on over to first base. It looks like that got her arm, but at least she had a little bit of padding there with the play calling sleeve. Give a little bit of protection.
Now batting number 7, Haley.
All right, now coming to bat is Haley Hirsch, number 7, catcher from the last inning. And she watches the changeup sail high for ball 1. Swing and a miss there for strike 1 to bring the count even at 1-1. That one gets fouled over to second base. Second baseman drops it, but they get Addy out there in the fielder's choice.
Now coming to bat, number 10, Evelo.
And now the Seahawks with 2 outs brings to bat Evelo Fitzgerald. Evelo batting .525 coming into this scrimmage game. Continuing to hit strong. And watches a first strike one. And that one gets hit to the second baseman, who fields it, throws to one, and the Seahawks record 3 outs. All right, well, a few hits, but not able to do much with them, unfortunately. But the Seahawks are still behind by a score of 3-0 as we move into the bottom of the 4th inning here on the Florida Softball Network. All right, to the bottom of the 4th we go with the Gators up by a score of 3-0. And first pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. Kira looking to pick up where she left off, retiring all 3 batters on strikeouts in her last appearance in the circle.
We took like 8 pictures.
That one misses low for ball 2.
They're both taller than me. They're both 5'9". Insane. One day it was like the snorkeling trip from hell. In the Bahamas. It would have been amazing if they should never have taken it.
And there's a nice hit over there into right field. Picked up by the right fielder, throws to first to grab the out. Great play there by Luca Hansberger in right field. Runs up on that and guns it over to first base to record the first out for the Gators. Well, now coming to bat, Leah Labutka, 0-0. And first pitch delivered by Kira in there for strike 1.
Where does we pay for that? We're gonna work on it. Some lady, like this is like terrible. I know. Some sports, like that's how everybody works. It's so bad.
There's a swinging strike 2. All right, Kira way ahead on Leah by a count of 0-2. Let's see if Kira's going to work the zone or just come straight at her. And low and inside for ball 1.
I just felt like I'm literally so crazy.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the changeup misses for 2-2. That just misses to bring the count full. All right, well, nice battle back here by Leah after being down in the count 0-2 to bring the count back full. Kira, an opportunity here. See what she can do. And that misses low inside for ball 4. And Leah trots down to first base.
Get you off the ground just to knock you to the floor. Let's go blow for blow. Let's go toe to toe. When it's time to
All right, now batting for the Seahawks is number 99, Caitlin Pinkston. With 1 out, runner at first. She bunts. That's fielded. but the throw not able to beat the runner. Quick feet there by Pinkston. And now the Seahawks have runners at first and second with one out.
One opportunity. Seize everything you ever wanted.
Nice hustle there by Caitlin. And now coming to bat, number 9, Isabel Riebling. And this is low and outside for ball 1. And that one is going to be hit to the shortstop, who guns over to second base. And they make a double play there. A nice heads-up play there. And the Gators are able to record outs 2 and 3 there on the line drive to the shortstop. Well, we move now into the top of the 5th. Gators ahead by a score of 3-0. We're playing a total of 6 innings here today. So we're down to the last 2 innings. And we thank you very much for tuning in here to the Florida Softball Network. If you're enjoying this game, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy the channel, give it a like and subscribe. And again, we thank you very much. We'll be back to you here at the top of the 4th as we reset the scoreboard with the Gators up by a score of 3-0.
The number 6, Cameron.
All right, well, it's the top of the 5th inning, and leading things off is going to be Cameron Solano. Remaining in the circle, Riley Boop. And a quick meeting there between the catcher and the pitcher. And we're ready now for action. And first pitch delivered high for ball 1. And the next pitch remains high for ball 2. All right, 2 balls, no strikes. Both balls coming in too high. Cameron looking for something that she can put the bat on. As Riley looks for that strike zone. Riley comes set. Cameron looking. And again, misses high for ball 3. All right, so Riley's going to need to bring these pitches down just a little bit. All 3 sailing just a touch high. And the 3-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike. There, nice adjustment there by the pitcher.
Confidence, girl. You know your pitch.
All right, still batter's count here. 3 balls, 1 strike. And comes back with a second strike.
Only takes 1, Cam.
All right, Cam looking nice and loose there, no problem. Full count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
No one better.
Here comes the payoff pitch from Riley. And that's fouled away.
You're right on it, girl. You're right on it.
All right, fouled straight back to the backstop there, and the count remains 3-2. And here we go, payoff pitch again. And that misses low and outside. And Cameron heads on down to first base.
Now batting number 3, Fati.
Oh, now batting number 3, Fatima Masri.
Slow down. Shallow.
Hey, let's go, Mama.
And here comes the pitch. And that misses high for ball 1. And that's in there for a strike.
Yep.
Good.
But able to advance there is Cameron.
Hey, let's go, Mama. You gotta
All right, so count 1-1. Cameron able to get herself over into scoring position there on that pitch. In the 1-1. And that one gets hit over to second base, who fields it. But Cameron able to advance over to third base. All right, good job there moving the runner along.
Now batting number 1, Kira.
And that flips the lineup as Kira Sherman, now the leadoff batter, comes up to bat.
I know, my younger sister. Like, maybe she'll invite you to some parties.
And Kira hits that one just past the second baseman. It's going to allow a run to score. And a nice hit, nice single there by Kira for an RBI as Cameron comes across to put the Gators up by a score of 4-0.
Up to bat number 11, Reese.
Now coming to bat, Reese Kennerson. And that one gets fouled. Hit and run on there.
go, Reese. Let's go, Reese.
And Reese flares that one out into right field, and it's caught there by the right fielder for the second out.
Fans in the stands, my team on my back, my family in my heart. I put my city on the map. See, I'm
All right, now coming to bat, number 31, Kinsley Roman, with 2 outs and 1 runner on. And Kinsley swings at that one and misses for strike 1.
You got it, Ken.
Here we go, girl.
Kinsley due here after having a rough last couple of bats. See what you can do. And she watches that one grab the outside part of the plate for strike 2. All right, no balls, 2 strikes. And that one gets fouled away to stay alive at 0-2. And that one gets hit to the left side, but out of play, foul. And Kinsley stays alive here at 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that sails high for 1-2. And that one sails high as well. Brings the count even to 2-2. Two balls 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first base for the Gators, up by a score of 4-0. The delivery by Boop, and she managed to get Kinsley swinging for strike 3. Well, the Gators still are able to get another run across as they extend their lead 4-0, moving into the bottom of the 5th inning here on the Florida Softball Network. Well, it's the bottom of the 5th, and the Seahawks now coming to bat. Change behind the dish. Now Reese Kennerson catching. Still in the circle is Kira Sherman. And her first pitch sails high for ball 1. At bat, Alia Zendez. Or Elia. Watches the next pitch go low. So 1 pitch high, 1 pitch low. They're ahead in the count now. 2 balls, no strikes. And that one's low for ball 3. All right, 3 balls, no strikes here for Rosendez. Sherman in the circle, going to have to deliver right here, one of her best pitches. See what she has dialed up. And that one goes high for ball 4. So 4-pitch walk there puts Ozendis on. And to bat now is Brooklyn Benavides. And she hits that one towards short, throws to second base, and trying to throw to first on a bad throw allows the runner now to advance to second. So Brooklyn gets over to second base, but the Gators are able to record the first out. All right, coming to the plate now to bat for the Seahawks with their runner in scoring position is Sophia Russo. And that ball finds the ground, but Reese able to gobble it up real quick, not allowing the runner to advance. So Brooklyn holds at second base. Sophia steps back up. Kira gets set in the circle. And that one gets hit over to short. He bobbles it, throws across, but not in time. So Kennedy unable to field that one cleanly, allows Sophia to get onto the base paths. And now the Seahawks have runners at first and second with just 1 out. Gators hoping for a repeat here of what they had in the previous, where there was a line drive to shortstop and they were able to double off to get out of the inning. Let's see what we can do here. Here's a bunt. Oh, and almost caught by Reese. So Kenley Lyons there, still breathing life after that foul bunt. Hoping for an opportunity to grab some RBIs and help her Seahawks team get into this game. And that one misses high for a ball.
Keep coming, get out.
All right, so 1-1 the count. And that's in there for a strike. So the count here, 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Kenley Lyons. And that one is hit high into the air to the shortstop who catches it. And Kennedy under that to record the second out as Kenley pops out to short. So a quick meeting in the circle by the Gators. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And a runner at second base. So Rain Cohen is going to be coming to bat now for the Seahawks with Brooklyn Benavides holding at second base. In the circle, Kira Sherman behind the dish, Reese Kennerson. And the first pitch of the at-bat is in there for strike 1. Next pitch in that same spot puts Kira up 0-2. And there is a swinging strike 3. All right, well, Gators doing a great job there. Not allowing any runs to cross by the Seahawks as they move into the final inning here. We move into the top of the 6th with the Gators up by a score of 4-0 here on the Florida Softball Network. If you're enjoying this game, we invite you to subscribe to the channel. Give the game a like. We're always looking for an opportunity to expand the game of women's softball, and we can do that with your support. So, like I said, love to have you subscribe. All right. Luca leading things off here. The top of the 6th is going to be our final inning in this scrimmage game. And she watches the first pitch come low for ball 1. Little off-speed action there. I wouldn't be surprised to see a fastball come. Trying to keep the batters on their toes with the changes of speed. And sure enough, the fastball, though, fouled behind the fence. Brings the count now to 1-1. All right, the 1 ball, 1 strike pitch for Luca is just outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Still in the circle, Riley Booth for the Seahawks. And Luca steps in. Oh, that one slips out of Riley's hand. Now bring it to a count of 3 balls, 1 strike.
What's going on, sir?
That's it.
Hey, please, someone in my family can hit.
Oh! All right, 3 balls, 1 strike. Batters count here for Luca. Oh, nice swing. Just misses the ball. Brings the count full to 3-2.
Right on it, Lou.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the payoff pitch from Riley Booth. And misses high for ball 4.
Batting now, 99, Kennedy.
Say, Kennedy.
Go, 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 shawty. It's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday. We gonna sip and party
A
like
little birthday fun here since it's Kennedy's birthday, clearly. Little smile there. She looks back to the fans singing along. And that pitch misses low. Oh, catcher baited the throw. And she's going to go all the way to third. On the errant throw. On the errant throw by the catcher. Some aggressive base running there by the Gators. And now an RBI standing just 60 feet away for Kennedy.
Nice cut.
Nice
cut,
swing
kiddo.
there, just misses the ball. Bring the count now even to 1-1. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, another nice swing.
Like that one too.
Just missing underneath the ball. Brings the count now to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, and it dropped. Yeah, all right. And catcher not throwing down to first, afraid to let the run come across from third base,
Now
allows the
up to bat,
Gators
number
now to
22,
put runners
Peyton.
at the corners with Peyton Williamson, number 22, coming up to bat.
Still doing this, Andre? Oh, for sure. Yeah. Check it out.
Expect the runner from first to take off here. Oh, bunt.
Right. Confidence.
All right, I think
Keep it high.
the take sign would have been good there. Allow the runner to advance over to second base so you have 2 runners in scoring position and then go for that bunt. Let's see, we reset here. And there we go. All right, so Kennedy gets over there now to second base. So the Gators have 2 runners in scoring position with no outs. Oh, that hits her.
Right, girly.
Uh-oh. Sounds like that found a little bit of bone. Payne will shake that off there. She's tough. We've seen her in previous games when she's catching.
Good away, kiddo.
Take some
Batting for
foul
Lightning,
balls,
number 12,
bounce
Addison.
balls off of some bones. She's a tough one. And now the Gators have bases loaded. Looks like a change may be coming. Or just maybe a little pep talk. Like I said, we were in the last of the inning. It's just a scrimmage game. It's meant to shake out stuff. And just allow those extra reps.
So Dave, what was your comment on that one? If you have our player hit by
All right, so here we go. Addison Held now up to bat. Bases loaded with no outs. Boop in the circle. Delivers for strike 1.
Great job. Great job.
So Riley grabs herself a strike there.
We haven't seen her. Me too.
Addison an opportunity to grab a bunch of RBIs here with a good hit. Oh, nice swing there, just misses.
Great cut. Here, go ahead.
All right, gonna have to protect here. Down the count 0-2. Just takes one. And that one is high for 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here, go ahead.
Bases loaded. No outs. Oh, and a swinging strike 3.
Here, go, Hales.
Now batting number 7, Haley.
Well, here coming to bat, number 7, Haley Hirsch.
Get my money right. I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I woke
Go Hales.
See if she can get some of these runners across. And the first pitch goes low, but a nice stop by the catcher. Haley steps back into the box. Watches that one sail in for 1-1. And there's one that's hit deep into right field, but the right fielder chases it down. But tagging up is Luca, and the Gators are able to put another run on the board.
Good ball.
Oh, nice deep hit, allowing the tag up. And the Gators are now up by a score of 5-0 with 2 outs.
Go bust this thing open.
Avila Fitzgerald now up to bat. Watches the first pitch in there for a strike. And that one gets fouled back to the backstop. Back. It brings the count to 0-2.
Hello?
And that one gets blasted off of the first baseman.
Good.
Ooh, that was a hard hit ball, almost fielded by the first baseman. That was a tough one to make. And a little bit of confusion on the base paths, as the runner at first with 2 outs should have been running to second regardless
And I feel like I come here all
of whether or not it was a line drive to the first baseman or on the ground. So Gators fortunate to get that runner moved over. So now runners at first and second with 2 outs and another run across. And the first pitch there to Cameron Solano, called strike 1. And there's another hit over towards first base. Unable to be fielded by the first baseman. Coming home And runners are advancing over to second and third, and the Gators are able to get another run across. Nice hard hit ball there by Cameron. So a couple of really hot shots over to first, allowing the Gators to
Now batting number 3,
keep the batters running and keep the score going up. Well, now coming up to bat is Fatima Masri, Fati number 3.
Slow down. I tell him, slow down.
We say Fatih.
And Fati fouls the first pitch for strike 1.
Let's go, Fatih.
And Fati watches that one for strike 2. So 0-2 here, the count for Fati. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Gators up by a score of 7-0. Riley's pitch is fouled, and the count remains 0-2. And there's all hit over to shortstop. Nice play by the shortstop to garner the third out. No, actually to third base. All right, third base for the third out. But the Gators able to get a few more runs across home plate to bring the score now to 7-0 as we move into the bottom half of the 6th inning, and this being the last inning, this is going to round it out. So last at bats here for the Seahawks. And again, if you're enjoying this, please subscribe to the channel, give the game a like, and join us this weekend here on the Florida Softball Network as we follow the Gators to Sarasota. All right, to the bottom of the 6th inning we go. This is going to be the end of the game here. And coming up to bat, number 40, Riley Boop, the pitcher from the last couple of innings. See if she can help her team's cause here as the leadoff batter. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Well, we have a change again in the circle. Avila, who started the game, is back at the pitcher's circle, working off the rubber. So here we go, a little pitcher-on-pitcher duel. And that one in there for strike 1. So count now even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryan Lee, our umpire behind the plate. And that one on the outside part of the plate for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one hits her. And the Seahawks have their leadoff batter on the base paths. It looks like we have a change here. Riley going back into the dugout. Has a pinch runner for her.
Come up firing.
Showing bunts, pulls back, the throw down to second, grabs the out at second. Phenomenal play there by Reese. Way to gun it down to second base.
Girlie, way to be there, girlie.
Yes, Queen! I see you!
Well, that one sails high for a ball.
Still gotta work. Still gotta work.
Next pitch there by Avelo is in there for a strike. And a swing and a miss there by Emerson. So Emerson Newberry, the batter here.
And then she slipped without she wearing her metal cleats. She slipped in public. I was like, thank God. She busted open and then walked out.
And a swinging strike three. All right, so Gators have now recorded 2 outs on the first 2 batters.
Finish. Finish.
And brings to the plate now Haley Harkness, the left-handed batter for the Seahawks. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Well, the Gators getting everything all dialed in for this weekend. Playing in the Eastern Ghosts. They've got some tough teams to play. Oh, changeup just misses. Nice try there by Avelo. So 1-1 the count. And that one hums for strike 2.
Nice, Flo.
Keep coming. Keep coming.
Fine. 1-2 the count. And the 1-2 pitch. And a swinging strike 3. And that does it. That's the ball game. As the Gators take care of the Seahawks and put them down by a score of 7-0 here on the Florida Softball Network. We want to thank you very much for tuning in. As both teams go to meet over in the circle. And again, if you enjoyed the game, please join us for more action this weekend from Sarasota, Florida here on the Florida Softball Network starting Saturday at 8:30 a.m. And the other game times listed there on the channel. If you take a look, you can set up a little bell reminder. And we want to thank you again. My name is David, signing off here from Jupiter, Florida. Thank you for watching the Florida Softball Network. We'll see you back from the clay. Have a great day.